What were you saying?
Kevin, look at that. Look at that. Watch, see the black? Oh my God, the brake clean works here.
He's so used to California, and California's brake clean is like
water. Water coming out of a
he
can.
sprayed this. I mean, look how clean this is. He didn't scrub anything.
Oh my God. I don't know how we did it in California this long.
What's up, Brite Nation?
Hey, Brite Nation.
So, remember where I talked to you about, parts not being available, stuff happening all the time? Shipping. Shipping has also been an issue. Shipping has been a big issue. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's a lack of drivers or communication, or just everything's just been a fiasco. So, the bearing puller kit that we were supposed to get
is now coming in 3 more days.
in the last video, that was supposed to be there that day so we could get the gears done and everything and the axles, it's not gonna be here till next week now. Great. So more delays. That's just the way things are going.
Keep going.
So we got to keep going. So what we're going to do is, instead of putting the gears in there while it was on the ground, it was going to be easy to kind of drop them in. We got to go ahead and hang these axles, get all the arms straight, get the track bar on, get the Jeep squared up, and I guess we'll just throw his old wheels and tires on it, get it on the ground, get measurements, just do the work that we can. But
so gears will be last now.
yeah, I guess this is what happens.
Oh, what's up? So, I got a perfect score on my test for my Utah driver's license. So in like 3 to 6 weeks, I should have a new driver's license. And they gave me my old Texas one back, which is kind of cool.
Alrighty, so before you put the springs on, you want to lower everything down until the shock bottoms out. We're almost bottomed out right here in the shock, and what this is doing is checking your bump stops. So as you can see here, the bump stop is just touching. Well, this bump stop should be pretty much all the way packed out, all the way shoved in before this bottoms out, because you don't want your shock to be your bottom out. You want the bump stop to at least slow it down and stop it as much as possible beforehand. So they give us these spacers. We're gonna add these to them. I don't know if that's gonna quite do it, but also I think, is there not a spring pad that also?
Nope.
No? Well, I guess we'll go along and see, but right now, so what we're gonna do is pull the bump stop back out.
We could put one of these hockey pucks in there. That must be what they're for. So this and that will probably give us just about what we need.
So here, actually, we'll just show you that right now, look. So, if we add this, right, so it's gonna lower it that much more, then throw the hockey puck in there. Boom.
Yeah, that'll be it.
That's exactly it. So we have that little bit left. Add that and that equals right about that.
Perfect.
Perfect. So now we just gotta start stacking this stuff and it's good to go.
She ain't mine, but she look fine. Gonna take some time, gonna make her mine, gonna make her mine. I'm the man, I got the plan. When it hits the fan, do all I can, do all I can.
All right, so we got the shocks back on and we're gonna come back down and see what happens. Yes, that looks much better. Alrighty, all right. So now that I've got both these pucks, if you look at this distance here, it's pretty much the same distance as here. We can measure it and see, but that is dang close. What you look like over there? Awesome. Oh yeah, so that's all that's left there. That's all that's perfect. Literally perfect. Perfect. Speaking of perfect. Bow, 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 bow.
You're so sweet, you suck up. Mwah. It'll get you everywhere in life.
Yeah, use both hands.
Oh yeah. I can't get it off.
That's a little much there. You know, I'm gonna start calling you Cricket. So that's a bump stop. It's a bump stop within a bump stop. That's like a.
That's a hard stop.
That's a hard stop. Did you put the front towards the front? The rears, I didn't think it was going to be much of a pain in the butt, but it has been a pain in the butt. And the instructions just kind of say, oh, just put some lube on it, put it up there and give it some taps with a hammer. Well, So this is a secondary like bump collar, and this goes over.
Like a hard stop.
Yeah, it's like a hard stop. So this goes over the metal that's there. There's a lip inside here. We could not get that over that. Tried hitting with a hammer, it would not go. It's greased up, would not go. So what we did was we put a little 2x4 down here,
and
lowered the jack down, and then I hit up here with a hammer as he jumped on the
jumping on the bumper,
on the back of the bumper. So hitting it with a hammer kind of just shocks it and vibrates it some, and now it's on there.
So now we're gonna check rear shock bump and get the pads measured in here so that we don't damage these.
That one's fun to put in there too, isn't it?
Yeah, Jesus. Oh. Got it.
Just had an 18-wheeler show up. So Brodesian's where we got the tile from for the house. Well, it's not LVP, it's SPC. We were gonna go with LVP, but they said to go with SPC, which is much better.
ABC, DEF, 1, 2, 3.
So this is all the flooring for the house. But now we've decided to actually knock down the entire side of the house where our master bedroom's at. Just basically take up the whole side of the house. No, damn it. It's not gonna go. All right, we got it. Okay. Oh, they're heavy. Oh, I didn't even.
There's a message on there.
There's a message on here. Lite Right Nation, Kevin needs a buggy. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. That is absolutely hilarious.
So before we do the rear, I'm going to show you what we're going to upgrade. This is a factory crush sleeve. This is what holds the torque between the front bearing and the rear bearing on this guy. It goes between the bearings right here on the rear pinion. In time, when torque is applied to this wants to ramp out, so it pushes on these bearings, and this is what holds that tension. In time, and tire hop and wheel hop and bouncing, this will continue to crush this, and now your bearing shim is a lot less, so you start chewing up these bearings. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate it altogether. So this is a crush sleeve eliminator. So now once you have this, you can't crush this. So this is a permanent sleeve that goes in between these bearings. So you will never lose, you'll never lose that gap. So the bearings will always stay tight.
Now we're also doing this only for the rear because the rear is what sees most of that torque.
Yeah, the front runs opposite. The front will want to suck it into the front end. So you don't really have to worry about the front one.
This is the difference between the front and the rear size.
And this is a front sleeve. This is the rear one. This is how precise the rear one is. And they do go bad. Drag racers will always go to this.
Yeah.
Off-road racers, the Ultra 4 has this in it, not one of these. Now, if you're wondering why they use crush sleeves from the factory, because it's a quick set. They put it in, they torque it down, they check it. If it needs to be a little tighter, they tighten it down a little bit more until it's set.
Yeah, and it just keeps crushing itself a little more and more.
Right.
This,
when you go to an eliminator,
you have to set it, check it. If it's not right, you either have to add or take out one of these itty bitty little wafers to get the right torque setting. But once it's set, it's set.
Now, while Chris is getting started on the gears, we need to go over the drive shafts. The factory drive shafts are not going to do when you go to a long arm and a 4-inch lift. The factory drive shafts have like a CV, it's called a Rosetta joint. And this is all the angle that they give you. So if you lift your vehicle and you keep your stock drive shafts and you keep these stock Rosetta joints, it's going to be basically maxed out at angle spinning, and it's going to tear these joints, you're going to lose the fluid, it's going to overheat, and you're going to smoke your drive shafts, front and rear. They just simply can't take that angle, because once you lift it, both these go to angle, and that's it. So, of course, we turn to our great friends at JE Real Driveline. Bam! So,
they're so shiny and new!
Yeah, so this is the regular series. They do make a Canyon Crawler series, which we run on the Jeep and the Ultra 4 and the Buggy. We use all the Canyon Crawler. You don't need a Canyon Crawler series if you're not going mostly off-road and doing crazy, crazy stuff. Their regular series will do. Now, if you look at them, you've got a 1350 rear, a 1310 front, and it comes with everything you need. It comes with all the yokes on the T-case, on the axles, and they're even double cardan front and rear as well, which really helps with any kind of driveline vibrations. It's a great setup, it's super affordable, and I know if you call them and you mention Lite Brite, they'll hook you up just a little bit. So as we're pulling this all apart and putting new bearings on, one good cool thing and good thing to think about is when you pull off the old bearing is to now use this old bearing that's still, I mean, good enough, but you're gonna use it as a setup bearing.
Yeah, when you change the diff out and you go to an e-locker from a standard carrier, you're gonna want to use setup bearings so that you can get it in the housing where it needs to be without destroying a set of bearings. And then when it's right and you have the right shims, you just take it back out and you just pull these off. Then you can press the good bearings back on.
So what he's gonna do is he's actually getting in here and Dremel this and open it up.
Just grind it a little bit so it just slides on and off a diff. Voila! Bearing is pulled.
So see, this one had a shim on it. The other side didn't. So you want to make sure that that shim stays there.
Yeah, it goes right back together. Look at that pattern, right in the middle.
That was lucky.
That was lucky.
Guess.
Lucky guess. And that's gonna be on that side.
There you go. That's it. What were you saying?
Kevin, look at this. Look at this. Watch, see the black? Oh my God, the brake clean works here.
He's so used to California, and California's brake clean is like
Water. Water coming out of a
He
can.
sprayed this, and it came in. I mean, look how clean this is. He didn't scrub anything. This is literally was black, and he sprayed it. He's like, "Oh my God!"
It works here.
It's like it works. We've been all lax. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. A lot of stuff we got going on.
I did yard work all day. I did yard work all
He
day.
did do yard work. And me and Brittany are getting ready to pack up to leave to go to a family reunion. And we got some new wheels here. These are 20s. You might say, well, what goes on 20s, Kevin? 42s. 42s are what go on 20s. But I don't have any 42s here at the shop. Yet. What are they going to go on? I don't know. Is that going on the stepchild? Is it going on the sister wife? Or is it going on the side chick? What's it going on, guys? What do you think it's going on?
Okay, see how black it is? Look how black it is.
Oh, yeah. You can
Look
see
how
it.
dirty.
All
Look
right.
how dirty.
So, you see how shiny that is?
Watch this.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me get back and I'll zoom in.
Oh my God. I don't know how we did it in California this long.
So it breaks out. Hey, Pops.
Hey,
Where are you sneaking off to?
road trip.
You going to Vegas?
Going to Vegas, baby.
Dad's got a VA appointment in Vegas, so he's heading out.
Like Brite Nation! Yeah, you know what? I tell the truth and admit that I had type 2. So Utah now, after they give me a license, gives me this form that I have to have a doctor's sign that says that I can feel my feet, I can see, and my heart's okay, so I can drive.
So he puts out he has type 2. They give him this form to make sure that he can drive, which means he has to drive all the way to Vegas to go to the VA to have them do that. So thankfully he can drive. Otherwise they'd be forcing him to go drive when he shouldn't be driving if he wasn't. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's
Catch 22 type stuff, you know what I mean?
All right, have a safe drive, Pops.
All right,
I love you. Oh, and in that time, Chris already removed the innards.
It was heavy, man. I'm gonna stand there and hold it. There.
Oh, look at that. There's a crush sleeve.
Famous crush sleeve.
Yep. Bye.
I need that.
That's pretty good. They're pretty good. They made it pretty far. The easy part's done. Now it's time for the, the easy part's
So
done.
what
Now
you're
it's
saying is the easy part's done?
yeah, now it's time for the tedious up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's on the ground. It's done, but it's not done.
The easy part is done.
The easy part
is done.
So now that it's on the ground, the suspension's done. We're gonna kind of get it settled. You just gotta put the front and rear track bars on.
Track bars on, pinion angle, square it up, alignment, make it run straight.
And then we're still waiting. What are we waiting on? The sliders. The sliders are on the way, but Brittany and I are getting ready to leave, so we're gonna close this video out, and then we're gonna let Chris here do his own video, do his own video on the next one. And then we got a little special guest over here that showed up. Say hi, Erica.
Hello.
So she's been with us. This is Erica. She's been with us on quite a few trail rides all over the country. This is our cool little Jurassic Park Jeep here. And what are you doing?
Putting in a front locker, front lunchbox locker.
The front lunch box. So she's been wheeling with us quite a few times. She's never had a locker, and she makes it, but we always have to encourage the vehicle to make it. So she finally broke down. She's putting a front locker in it, and she should be good to go. But anyways, hope you guys are enjoying these build videos. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.